Hi. Hi, everybody. It's right about time. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm sure you're excited to be here too. If you're watching me, wherever you're watching me from, I want to say thank you so much for joining the YouTube channel, and we're glad to have you right about now. And so, quickly, we'll be going through a very wonderful section, and trust me, this section is going to be exciting, it's going to be fruitful, it's going to be productive. And see, all my friends watching me right now, I want you to understand that what I do is about money. I want you to make money. So I always give you updates on what to do to sell, right? And so that's why I'm here with you this very day. And quickly, we're going to start now as we go straight to why do you not sell in real estate? I'm sure a lot of you are sad and be wondering, ha, I have posted. I have done all I know how to do. I have spoken in tongues. I have prayed. I have done this. I have done that. Why am I not getting as much response that I should? Okay. And so there's this thing I usually say over time when I teach on real estate. There are some things that are very, there are words I use consistently. Now, I know today now, a lot of us will be thinking, um, what exactly is she going to share that I've not been able to do? And I'm going to stay on just one thing. The reason I'm staying on one thing today is because I want you to understand the importance of this thing. I could as well list out a lot of things for us, but we have the one for next week, we have the one for upper week. So for this week, I'm going to stay on just one thing. And the one thing I'm going to share with you is this. I have sat down and I've measured myself with a lot of people who come into the space to sell and have met me at several times and asked me questions like, why am I not selling? They meet me and say, Dr. Blessing, what exactly am I doing wrong? Those who call me Dr. Gerald, Dr. Why am I not selling? Those who call me Mrs. Gerald, Mrs. Gerald, please come to my rescue. I've done everything I know how to do. But this real estate thing seems it's not for me. I've tried my best, but I'm not selling. And over time, because I've received this particular question consistently, I've heard it over time, and it's something that's been recurrent to me. A lot of people ask the same one question: why am I not selling? I post like you say I should post. I tell my friends like say I should do, but I'm not selling. I've done all these things. Just one thing I'll share with you today. And on the other days, I'll share with you the other things you're not doing right. And the number one thing I want to share with you, I'll put it on the board and read it. So if you can watch me, it starts with an O. Can you get on the comment section? If I go through the comment section and I get it, you say it, trust me, I owe you a recharge card. I'm going to send you a recharge card. For those who are not in Nigeria, I'm so sorry. I wish I could. But if you can get it right, and at this point in time, right now it's 12:03, so I expect that I'll check your comment for 12:03. If you can get it right, I owe you a 1K recharge card right now. If it's temple that gets it right now, I will do that. So I'm watching and seeing he's getting it right. Don't come and tell me after I finish saying it and you say, I almost thought of it. I almost got it. People are trying. I'm seeing a lot of people trying to get it right. But are you getting it right at all? We will know. I'm waiting for somebody to get it right. Who is getting it right now? I'm waiting for all of us to get it right. Somebody needs to get my recharge card. Somebody needs to get my recharge. There's a way I want it to be. Somebody's not getting the way I want it to. Somebody tried. Somebody tried. Okay? Okay. Tell your friends to join my live. Invite your friends, invite your loved ones, invite everyone around you to be part of this live studio. Okay, so let me put it. I know some of you are wondering, just type it fast, type it fast. I want to see if I got it right. I want to know if I got it right. Favor, I owe you a recharge card. I owe Favor a recharge card, right? She got it right. She got it right. So it's ownership mentality. Make sure you send me a DM so I give you a recharge card. Or okay, I think I can trace you. I give you a recharge card. Oh, you get a recharge card from me, costing me. I'm giving you that recharge card, not Egoverse. So, like I said, ownership mentality. You do not sell because you do not own it. If you own it, you will sell. Because when you own it, there are things you do. When you own it, there are things you should do. But I've actually also realized that even people who have something they own, they've not been able to project it properly. That's fine. But for this particular one I'm after right now, it's an ownership mentality. And what do I mean by ownership mentality? Anyone who will sell real estate must have an ownership mentality. An ownership mentality gives you the ability to dream. One, an ownership mentality gives you the ability to be creative. Two, an ownership mentality helps you to be dogged. Three, so when you have an ownership mentality, you'll be so dogged, you'll be so creative. Do you get it? And these three things actually will help you when you have an ownership mentality. To move further, a lot of people ask me this very question because they feel like there's a particular reason per se, or there's one special thing that they need to just click and they'll just do and everything will just work out fine. I'm going to give you an instance of somebody who own a home. So example, I built this house and this house belongs to me. I want to rent it out. When I'm renting it out, there's always one thing that comes to everybody who owns a home knows this. If you own a home, there's only one thing that comes to your mind is, this person I'm renting this house to, will the person be able to take care of it? Like I will take care of it. This person taking this house to, or maybe renting this house, would the person able to maintain it just like the way I would maintain it? So an ownership mentality is the one mentality every realtor must have. If you will sell in real estate, you must have ownership mentality. Ownership mentality is what differentiates you from the crowd. Now, a landlord or a homeowner thinks that way because he or she has gone through the process. He spends the money, he knows how much is there and everything. Someone who's renting it doesn't know anything about the process. He just comes in and just buy, and that's all. But when you have an ownership mentality, it's different. I have met people who have told me they stay in a particular house. There's this lady I met, and if you meet her, if you go to her house, you actually think she owns the house. And to me, I felt like they own the house until the day they told me they were parking out of the place to their own place. I'm like, excuse me, was that not supposed to be your house? And she's like, no, that's not our house. I was so shocked because, believing me, I have proved it right. I told myself that this lady owns this house. There's nothing you can tell me, because the way she takes care of it, the way she maintains it and everything. And so let's move back to the real estate angle we're talking about now. Why do I have to say ownership mentality is the major thing? A lot of us sell real estate and we don't care about what we sell. What we care about is, this thing is supposed to pay me money. Why are you not paying me money? We don't want to bother. Like a landlord who owns a home, he wants to know, what are you putting in the foundation? Because I don't want to hear that after building this house, in the next 5 years, I'm having cracks on my wall, or my house is sinking to one side, or we're having issues with the plumbing. No, a landlord doesn't want to hear that. So the landlord wants to know everything about the process. If you have an ownership mentality as a realtor, trust me, you will care about the process. You will care about what happens within the sales process. You will care about the particular property you are selling. You want to know in details. A lot of us now, we sell real estate, we've never gone to the site. If the company does not call for an inspection or for a site scene or for a tour, you will never on your own go to the site. Most of you sell real estate, you have never gone to the environment of the land you're selling to know exactly what are the catchment things I can use to tell my client that, oh, this is the reason why I should buy. Yes, the company you work for can always give you a catchment, can give you other benefits that, surrounds the property, why your client should buy from the property. But you, what do you know? My dear friend, what do you know about the property you're selling? It's very important to me that I should know about every property I'm selling. If somebody gives me a property I'm selling, I want to check around. What's around that area? What will make this property sell faster? But most of us, not ownership mentality. As they give you, you just want to post and wait for someone to come and buy. One thing about real estate is this: it's very sensitive because there's money involved. A lot of people want to drop their money. They want to drop their money to somebody who cares enough. Somebody who cares enough to say, sir, this property you're buying, ma, this property you're buying, actually is a very viable property. It's very profitable. It has value over time. I know that you yield value for your money. And you know what? Recently, I went to that area and I checked and I saw they want to hear you talk personal. They don't want to hear you talk about what you actually have in mind, or what somebody said, or what a friend said. They want to hear you talk personal. And most times you don't even have any personal story to share about the property. All you have to say is, so sir, this property is located at so and so and so area. We have this, that in the estate, blah, 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 finish. You don't have any personal story to share. And do you even know that you don't have to be there to share personal story? Do you even know that you don't have to go to the place to share personal story? Google has so much blessed us. The internet has so much blessed us that you can get information just at the comfort of your home using your smartphone. Check around the environment. Go online. Check around the environment. What are places? What are shops? What are supermarkets? What are activities around? Or what are projecting activity around the place? Because those are things I do. And it gives me an edge over you. Not because I own Egoverse, but because I have an ownership mentality. Because an ownership mentality cares about whatever is given to he or she. I own it. I own this phone. It's not your phone. I don't expect you to tell me how to take care of my phone. Because if it gets bad, I pay for it, not you. So I don't need you to tell me. Do you get it? So sometimes you need to have an ownership mentality to be able to sell as much as you've always dreamt to sell. When I tell you ownership mentality, remember I said ownership mentality makes you creative. And that will be able to make you sort out things you can say to your client. Not forging words, not fake words. Things you know that they are real. That you can suggest to your client why they should buy. You are creative enough. Ownership mentality also, you are dogged enough, like I said. You just want to keep pressing. You don't want to stop. This afternoon, I received a call from one of my clients. This morning, sorry. Just before the event, I had to even cut the call because I needed to come live. This is a client I've been pursuing for a year plus. And I know the client has money. And each time I call the client, don't worry, I'll do business. But no problem, I'm not worried. I keep following. Today he called me and said, can you tell me what business you have for me? What business do you have for me? Okay, so I have 50 million blessings. Tell me what business you have for me. I'm like, business, me? I get business now. Are you joking? Are you playing? So I started giving him stories. I didn't go straight to the point. I started telling him, sharing him what I think that would benefit him. And so conversations continue. And I'm not done conversing. Of course, he said, okay, that means we have business to do there now. I said, yes. I said, but just wait, let me go for my life. When I'm done with my meeting, because I need to touch my face a little bit. I come over. Do you know why? I've been waiting on this client for over 1 year. I believe that the client has the capacity. And I have an ownership mentality. Ownership mentality makes me understand that I don't just release my money. I need to be sure that I can trust you. I need to be sure that your integrity is right. Because I don't know you from Adams. We met somewhere and we connected. And over time, I want to sell to you. I have to be sure that I can trust you to do business with you. So ownership mentality means that you are creative enough and you are dogged enough. You are patient to wait. Now, your creativity helps you create ways to penetrate your clients. That's what creativity does for you. And doggedness helps you go through. You are going through, no matter what your client is saying, you are persistent. You don't want to stop. You don't want to hold on. If you're watching me, I just want you to tell me, what's the third thing I say? If you can say it, I owe you another 1,000 recharge card. There's a third thing I said. Who can say it? I said 3 things about ownership mentality: creativity, doggedness, and one more thing. Who can say it? If you can say it, drop it on the comment section. I'm waiting for you, and I owe you a recharge card. Right? So these 3 things I just mentioned are things that will help you and are things that will make you sell. Until you have an ownership mentality, you may never make sales. You may never make any sales. Everyone who will sell must have an ownership mentality. In the meantime, while we wait for someone to say, no, I didn't say consistency. Did I say consistency? Nah, I didn't say consistency. No. Creativity, doggedness, one more thing. If you get it right, if I check the comments, I see it, I reward you. And so this is a very crucial part. And that brings me to the end of this particular training. But I want to take questions. If there's anybody there who have a question that want to share, drop it down. Anybody with a question that want to share, just drop it down. Drop it down. Anybody have a question? Maybe you have a question regarding this. Yes, I said creativity. I said doggedness. Any question? So, but peradventure you have a question because it's supposed to be a 15 minutes live video. But peradventure you have a question, I do be more than willing to answer your question. Remember that on Friday next week, on the 27th, I'll be live on YouTube again to tell you why you do not sell in real estate and show you how you can sell in real estate. Whether you're in Nigeria or wherever country you are, I'm game for you. I started selling real estate my first week, I made my first sales. I sold my first week, I came into real estate, I sold three properties, my first week of starting the real estate. And you too can also do the same. Remember, I had no background. I have never sold real estate. I had a marketing skill, but I've never sold real estate. The marketing skill I sold, I've never sold something that's worth over 100,000. But this was my first. And trust me, it worked out as I wanted it. So I have a story to share. Make sure you don't miss my next YouTube next week on the 27th. In the meantime, see you next YouTube. Thanks for watching. So somebody asked question.